All right, hey guys, it's Turok, and if you've seen the title of this video, I'm gonna today go over the One Piece opening of the how's that voice? I'm gonna have that too crazy of a I'll just do it that way. The new opening of the One Piece arc. Egghead is in full swing, starting full swing at this point, and I I don't usually watch openings of One Piece. I know I used to watch a little bit of Bleach's openings, but I was only like this was like over 10 years ago, and I was mainly because I was always looking for new music from Japan to familiarize myself and listen to new catchy stuff they would have. Like there's that one from I think it was being played during the Bleach's that one filler arc with the Zanpakuto Rebellion, and they had that very catchy song with some teen band, and it was like it showed like Ichigo running, or like he looked like he was on a runway or something, and then there's the one with the it has or Orihime, Rukia, and that the lieutenant from the squad 10 dancing together and very wearing like white blouse or something like that. I love that song. Anyways, I with One Piece, I just haven't like got into it looking at the openings, and I just like lately I've been trying to I'm just trying to watch the anime and get into the story and so I don't really like I don't know I just lost interest I guess in that stuff, but for some reason I can't even remember what made me spurred me to watch this opening, but I'm glad I did because it's really good, and I'm gonna go over it today because this by the way is gonna be spoilers for anyone who's also again not caught up, because this opening provides a boatload of stuff that's gonna come up in the arc, and that's what I'm gonna be like covering a little bit of and just fawning over the animation because it's really good. I'm actually not gonna play it. Um, I'm gonna be doing. I got images here. This is gonna be similar format to what I did when I've done my uh, live action Netflix reviews, which I still gotta finish. Actually, I think I only did the first episode of Captain Carroll's arc. I'll have to get back to that at some point. But so yeah, I'm gonna. If you jumped in on the stream earlier, I had the thing. It's gonna be on my as you view, I think it's gonna be on the my lower left. I got this all ready here to go, and I'm gonna just be going through these images. And I was just stopping a second. I'm thinking I'll just link the episode two in the when I re-upload this video. So I have here the here we go. The first image this of the opening. I think this is supposed to be opening 26, but I don't know because I don't know the openings, and I don't know. Have we had any of these for a while? I know somebody said that. Well, I saw somewhere that the end credits when they start doing it right at the end of Wano was one of the first time we've had any since like I don't know 13 years or something like that. Anyways, I don't know all that stuff. I'm just here to go gush over this today, and so we start first with the ship, the Sunny, as we're look at that as we're going toward Egghead. I'm assuming we see all the straw hats here, and it quickly switches over to Luffy and his laying there in the sun. one thing I, one thing that I'm gonna be like mostly complimenting this, but one thing I noticed here is Luffy's scar right there. Looks just like does not look like the scar really would look like. It looks like it's just been painted on there, like this water paint. Well, it's because this whole thing is kind of like watercolor. And the whole ever since Wano began, I believe we've been kind of like that. But that's especially so like the only thing I had to say that's like a minor critique on what's going on with this whole piece. And here is one of the openings. So we immediately are jumping into showing the Egghead stuff. So these are outfits that the Straw Hats all get when they're there. And most of them end up wearing a futuristic outfit that Vegapunk's has created a machine that creates clothing, if I recall correctly. Uh, I have the manga up here, but I'll be referencing sometimes here. But I really like how they put this, and this is part of the one I used in my this is the exact one similar to what I used in my thumbnail you see, and I think it was this one. I really like this shot too. This is probably my favorite shot in here, where it shows all the straw hats together, especially because we get to see. I didn't like the yeah. See, I'm all over the place. My favorite part of this is that now we got Jinbei in the shot. My God, I didn't realize he was bigger than Frankie. I was very surprised. I knew he's a big guy, a big fishman guy, but I didn't think he'd be taller than Frankie. But you got Frankie here on the left, and Jinbei on the right, and all the others in the middle. And yeah, Chopper's such a chibi looking character. Also, the shot's great because it's showing for us who are caught up on the manga. Again, we get to finally see Egghead, the Lavo face. Hey, Pinky, sorry about that. Looks like our neighbor's dog is running around in our backyard. Pinky, you're messing up the camera. Anyways, where was I? Yeah, this is just a showing already. My other point here to really gush over is I really like the colors shown throughout this opening. You okay, Pinky? Pinky saw the dog and got scared. So yeah, we got all the straw hats with their outfits they'll be wearing throughout this arc. The funny thing too is both Jinbei and Sanji end up with these Hawaiian shirts on instead of wearing the futuristic stuff, with the exception of their boots. And my other favorite thing with this arc is I like how Zoro is now wearing his sword on his back instead of his side. It looks more efficient, I would think, on his side to be able to pull them out, unsheath them. But I think it looks cooler when someone can wear swords on their back like that. So what's next? Yeah, I just have some other shots. There's just some great little movement shots that I took a lot of screenshots of like Luffy here, for example. The boots they wear along the fly, we see later on, and he messes them up here and is using them. Next, we get the image here that we'll see in the next episode, actually, where what's the name of it now? This is that robot that Vegapunk has invented based upon the Iron Giant that's in a junkyard on his island, the one that's from the Void Century, holding up the Sunny. This thing is going to be very colorful too. I don't know why, but I was not picturing it with this many. What has it got? 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 or 5 different colors going on there. But I can't think of what that one's called now. Like, what was that called? I forget about it. So we get some other One Piece background. The words One Piece and a few shots here. There's that one. Then we get Luffy here. There's Bonnie too. Actually, we get this shot here that's representative of the area where Luffy and the others end up eating from that vending machine, and we see Bonnie and Chopper there. I actually didn't even notice those two before when I was looking through this. And I like the neon sign on this one. Which is funny actually, because I remember now that sometimes they show neon elsewhere in the One Piece world. There's that bar. The bar in Fuchsia Village has the neon signs. So what's next? Yeah, this is another shot too. This must be, I don't know what part this is, but this looks like they're showing them there's other straw hats when they're on the an area where they have artificial clouds, very similar to the Sky Islands, and you can see the jungle in the background. I think is there a jungle there? I think he's making a jungle area there. Even so, the other thing too, this is like a winter island. As if you watch the episode, now you see they're in a winter area, and this is an island. I wonder why Vegapunk picked this island too, just because it's habited beforehand, and he turns it into he's able to control the climate with his inventions. And this shot's another great one because this is Luffy in the junkyard, and also the way the One Piece is spelled out here, looking like it's using different random electrical gizmos. And this shot's also great because we get a brief shot here of the Iron Giant. That is actually we just don't know anything else about what's going to happen with it. When Luffy used Gear 5 about 15 or 20 chapters ago, that thing is activated, and we're still speculating why that thing is even what that thing's gonna do. Like, is it being powered? Could it detect? Some people are saying it's like it is powered by Luffy's because Luffy's sun powers. I'm starting to think it's more like a more of a excuse me, what am I thinking? The that it detects him. It still has like some residual power left over in its power source, and it's just turning back on. So it's been like in a sleep hibernation mode for the last because they Vegapunk says it activated like 200 years ago, I believe, and it's still and it's, ever since then it's been sitting here because I guess other scientists just left it there, which was very fortunate for Vegapunk. And so, yeah, we get to see that thing there. And I just realized actually, if you look on right in front of the P, Vegapunk's right there, standing in the background, and we will get a better shot of him soon. So, all right, here actually, yeah. So we jump to some shots here. Also, there's a I don't know if there's like a motif going on, but if you notice this blue light that looks like a not a cross. It makes me think of the world government symbol sometimes, but it shows it a lot as like a shining star kind of light, like a star in the sky. That's in this. That's in this. I'm gonna bring this back a little. That's in this video. This opening a lot, especially at the end. As we go through here, I got several shots of the others. If we see Vegapunk here. Wait, was that all I had of that one? Wait a second. I got the video over here. I can play it in second screen without sound. Hold on a second. What was that? Really? Oh yeah, it does show that. I thought his head come up here, but no. So is his head still here? That's right. This is where we first get some intro. We start this opening shows most, if not all, the satellites of the of Vegapunks here. So we have the top here. It's gonna go rotate too. We have Shaka and Lilith. At the bottom, we see the others. It's like a little rotation thing. It looks like a fight screen selection thing, and it's showing them in pairs. You got at the bottom there we got, and we can see at the bottom we got Shaka's over there again. I mean that thing? Shaka? You know, let me pull it up. I can't remember their names. I know I should have had some of this pulled up. Yeah, Shaka. Shaka the Good. Okay. Put this one over here. Like that. Okay, where's this up again? Bring this back up. This back up. Work in progress, kind of get this. The problem is sometimes I want to keep this up, but then if I do it full screen, it oh, I still got this in my ears. Oh. Now my video stopped going. Okay, what is going on today? This is not going to be my day. Is it? I think it's time for me to get a new camera soon. There it is. My hero. Okay. Jeez, crazy. So, yeah, Shaka, Lilith. I want to see now the others. Are they showing? Let's see. There was the Atlas. I know that's Atlas. Oh wait, here. Okay, I had to check. I'm always getting the two. Oh, and I froze again. I'm always getting the two robotic looking ones mixed up. So that's what I'm trying to. So we get Shaka, Lilith. At the bottom there's Pythagoras and York, and a little version of Shaka. And I like they give us a little introduction to them, which is again though. I hope no one's I hope for the fans' sake of certain review channels, reaction channels, I haven't looked at this because they're like, who are these other characters? So we get a little rotation here. We see Atlas and a little Lilith there, and I don't know if we see. Oh yeah, there's a little Edison there, and it switches to this next shot with. It does like different pairings of them on top. Again, like it's like a. It feels like one of those fight screens where you can have title screens of a fighting game. I've only seen like. I'm thinking of the. What was that one my nephew once played? I think it was one of those Capcom versus Marvel games, and you can have like dual two characters in a 2-on-2 type fight, and switch them out. And so up there is who's that one up there now? There's well, that was Lilith switching around. Then there's Atlas and Edison, and yeah, and then you just see them all at the bottom. Now there's just six satellites. I think that was it. Anyways, oh yeah, and the last it switches around again. Did we get to see York? Wait, did they show all? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we get to see all of them, including everyone's favorite York. Saying that sarcastically, obviously, because she's the one. She started some of this problem. The Straw Hats probably, the Straw Hats. I just realized they could have been out of there by now. I don't know why I didn't put that together. The Straw Hats could have been out of Egghead before the Marines got there. I think if York's plan wasn't enacted successfully, to keep them there. And this is funny a bit because we can see York's kind of a lazy one. She's the sloth or whatever, and she's leaning on Pythagoras here. And so what do we switch to next? We got Vegapunk and his antenna. Oh, we briefly get to see Cypher Pole Zero showing up here, and these are obviously not the same ones we see at Wano. We get to see Rob Lucci and Kakuo coming back in the story, and we also have what's her name, Stussy, that we were introduced to at Whole Cake Island, and we got. It shows their masks at some point. But this is the part here where Vegapunk shows up and we get a bunch of shots of him. If you slow it down, and Yoda obviously is going to be emphasizing his tongue based on that one photograph, the famous one of Dr. Edison. No, Edison. Einstein. Edison. He's using Edison too. He's using Einstein as his template for drawing Vegapunk. And then Einstein's got that picture of one picture where he sticks his tongue out, and so Vegapunk is here with that, and you got a good shot as an apple antenna because he used to have a big head, but they don't show any shot. That's one thing they don't show in here. They haven't shown how his head's gonna be, and that's probably one of the episodes I'm really looking forward to that will probably be on the next. What will that be? More than a few weeks from now. It's the one where it shows the flashback with him and Dragon at O'Hara. My brain always slows. It tries to bring in all that information in. There's the mask, and we get a good shot of the masks that these three members wear. I don't know what Kaku's is supposed to be, but Lucci's looks like the Phantom of the Opera type thing, and she's got one that looks kind of like I thought it was an owl, but it's actually got a nose, not a beak, so I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, 6 Vegapunks. Okay. So this next shot, I got it's just some cute ones with Luffy and Chopper as they're exploring the place. Oh, this might have been when they were looking for Vegapunk. I'm not sure, but they show a lot of goofiness with Luffy, and I was having trouble again with those space boots, I'm gonna call them, flying around. And he's like, "This, yeah." I'm thinking this is supposed to be later when he ends up trying to look for Vegapunk after York has snatched him up and thrown him in the. And how did she do that, by the way? I wonder. Did she just take probably get one of the Seraphim to do it for her, and then she was gonna just try and kill him while she's down there? Let me get this over like that. Yeah, down in the lock him up where she has him at her mercy, probably. Anyways, then we switch here to this shot that's also from the manga where coming up where this probably happens in like 1071 or 2 or something like that. 1067. Oh, that's 2, by the way. When they show Lilith a moment ago, I forgot the note to how she had the bubble gun with her that she carries a lot. But this is a shot here with Luffy and Zoro where they are waiting to evacuate. They're safe at the top of the lava phase with the Cypher Pole down below, laying siege to the island. Not a siege. The siege of the battle. The real siege is when the Marines come themselves with Kizaru, but they came there to try and start up the. Actually, that's something interesting too. I just cut out about. How come? Is it because Lucci didn't succeed right away in taking out taking out Vegapunk that Saturn decided to go there himself? I just feel that's a little confusing. Why didn't Why did Saturn run over there? Hmm. This is a shot that will be them uh, sitting there resting after while Shaka's trying to locate Vegapunk. And this is a cute shot because it shows two more. This little it does a lot more of like a exposition, and we get to see actually some other characters in this shot. Other than right here, we get the satellites, which is a great shot of all of them. And now when I look at that, I just realized how Oda evenly split among the six satellites. Three with faces. Why can't you do that? Three with my hand in my. I can't get my hand. Three with faces and three with human faces, and three of them that look like robots. Well, the one like Shaka has a helmet, so we never knew if he had a face like Pythagoras and Edison do, or if he had a face like the other three do, the other girls. That's just funny too. The three ladies of his satellites are the ones with human-looking faces, and Edison and Pythagoras each don't. And then Shaka's just got the head, and we never saw what that's about. And yeah, now they have Vegapunk pop out here, and this is where like it switches around, and we get to see a variety of other characters, starting with Kizaru, Dal, and Garp, right there, and then Helmeppo and what's her name? The girl that likes Kobe shows up a few times in here. Up there at top, I like this one too because it got Garp doing the little muscle thing, and then it switches to Buggy and the Cross Guild things, and it all looks like a hologram too. And if you watch here closely, if you look closely at Zoro, he's like it's like he's watching this happen, and it's just something that happens in the manga. But this, it's just showing him. This is part of the. Oh goodness gracious. Yeah. Hello. Oh hey, thanks for joining, and so yeah, I like this hologram stuff going on here with the that showed up. They're showing some of the other characters. What was her name again? Hibari. Okay, I wanted to get her name. Hibari. Um, and Hibari shows up a lot in this. So then we get a lot of shots too of Gear Fifth Luffy here, like this one here, as he's like busting through something. And I like this shot. This is a shot later too that will be coming in where he's um when he puts on goggles, he manifests them out of nowhere, kind of like the mask from the Jim Carrey mask again, where he can just do random shit like that. And when he's fighting Lucci, and once again they got a lot of colors here. They got these greens and these teal and purples are my favorite. I think that they do in here is although my favorite color is really like green, and they have some good shades of green here coming up. But those teals and purples are really nice looking. And there's a shot here too of Luffy falling through the sky, and it's like this similar to they just did. They draw either no, I think it's later. They have another shot like that, and I think it's all the straw hats falling through, which seems I don't know what that's up with that, but it's really cool looking. And then we get some more shots here of Luffy, and I love all these little twirly animations. I only took again. I'm not going to show any of the animation live, so for the video's purpose. But Luffy has a lot of twirly, wacky stuff going on in this shot with him as in his Gear Fifth form. Uh, and it almost looks like he's like stomping around like a giant in this one shot, which is not something that really happened. He turns into a giant later on when he fights Kizaru, but he doesn't actually do any of that there and he only does that here. And then we get a shot again of Hibari and Kobe, and this is going to be from later on when he is trying to escape the Full Lead Island. And this is another big spoiler for anyone watching, so I got stuff in there. So this is a shot I was not expecting. I'm bringing it up because I wasn't expecting this kind of spoilers in the in the um, in this opening. But we get a great shot here of when Pizarro is using his fruit to control the skull and trying to prevent Kobe from escaping because he's there. He's part of Blackbeard's plan to make Full Lead Island an official country of the world government. And again, the artwork just looks amazing. Except Hibari looks a little funny looking from the way she does in the manga. I'm looking at the panel right now from chapter 1080 where she's using that rifle, and I just hope they get a very closer shot of her because she looked kind of when they do some of these movement shots. There's some of them just look a little bit off like that. There's maybe just because of the fluidity of it, they can't make them as like refined, but some of those like that when the face is just a little off. And we get some more shots here too of like jewelry stuff, so referencing like Bonnie and her abilities. Uh, uh, Later on, we in the arc, obviously we have uh, Bonnie when she turns people into children. When she turns Vegapunk, we only see this with him. She turns him into a child, and these jewels fall off, and they're like representative of his years. She's shrunk him because he's like a little. She makes him look like he's 5 when he's probably like 80 now. Oh yeah, and we get shots here of how when Luffy and them get turned into aged up and down by Bonnie later on. So lots of stuff here. So next we get this is a shot that's probably one of the best close-ups we get of one of these satellites. We see Atlas here, which is funny that's showing her smiling because she's actually the one who represents wrath for Vegapunk, and we see her high-fiving someone in the first person. I'm guessing Luffy. And now we switch to some other shots here where we're going to see some other characters. This is some of the best stuff too in the setting up some of the action that's going to happen. We first here are seeing some of the members of the Heart Pirates. I forget their names, except I know that's Beppo, the bear, the Minx bear, polar bear, but I don't know the others' names. But then we switch here to seeing some of the other Marines that are going to be that join up with Garp to try and rescue Kobe. And we got Hamepo, we got Hibari, and we got that one's with the whip fruit, the granddaughter of what's her name? Oh wait, over here I can probably just check. Her name is Kujaku. And what's that guy there? Then we got the guy there with the clay fruit power. Let's see, what's his name? Did they show him there? Yeah, Prince. That's right, Prince Groose. I don't know what these other. I think these are supposed to be images of random pirates, and they do this weird shot as Groose is paneling around. It shows those flower things, which I think is representing the They use some kind of ammo that's something that Vegapunk actually made, and they use that when they're fighting on Full Lead Island to save Kobe. It can turn like bullets into flowers, I think, and they just had this neat little transition that shows up here that you can see here. As I went back, I'll go back and show you briefly where they have these pirates in this dark shaded look, and then they're like turning all their eyes are all changing. The eyes actually look a lot like what the seraphim eyes are like. And then we get a shot here of Sentomaro. We get a couple of shots with him. This is interesting one with him here with the Mark 1 Pacifist. No, the Mark 3 actually. I can see the no. Is that the number of the? Is that supposed to be the Mark? I think that's supposed to be the Mark 3 ones, right? And it shows all their. It has it. You can see those three of them already have the mouths lit. It had it going from left to right or right to left, all of them lighting up. And I got a couple of screenshots of that. And then this is a great colorful shot again. Yeah, the colors in this are just amazing. They got this one here with Kizaru, and it looks like the shot where it's going to be where he got thrown away by giant Luffy, and he's flying over the water. Oh, I didn't get the rest of it, but he's like flying toward the water, and he's lighting up, obviously. Then we get a bit of Kuma with where he's strapped up to some kind of stuff on Kamubaka Island before he just something and whatever compelled him to go ahead to Egghead where he's at now. And we get a little bit of that. And then here's S Shark. We get some of the other Seraphim in this. Ooh, got this. We can see S Shark here, and this is probably after he's been fighting with Nami, I'm thinking, because he looks like he's electrocuted. And we switched over to a little panel where we see Bonnie again, and it's a very interesting movement and stuff going on with this. I like how fluidity it looks, but And here's Cute Sentomaro. This is a great one. This is obviously from the flashback from he has a little bit of a flashback where it shows him as a little kid where Vegapunk was visiting an island, wherever island he grew up, and I don't know if they told us exactly what it was. He's Vegapunk and Kizaru together. Uh, this seemed like it was so. I don't know how old Sentomaru is. 24, I think he was, or is now. So this is probably like 20 years ago. When he's no, not 20 years ago. Well, he looks like he was 6 or 8. So this is just a shot of him, and that's Kizaru's hand in front of him. You also can see he doesn't have that scar in his left eye. I noticed, and uh, and this is showing Kizaru when he's demonstrating his power. And the lighting here is great too. Look how it changes. He has a little bit around his face, and as Kizaru's firing, it just brightens up around his face even more. And this is just a great shot. So these like bubblegum looking colors are something really fascinating too that they do a lot of. Then we have this dark shot of Shaka. That's uh it's him. Oh, that's what that is. This must be where he goes down to the tanks, the abandoned lab where York's keeping other Cypherpol agents, and we get this weird shot where he like looks back toward us, and it's like I thought like I didn't catch. See, I didn't even catch some of this stuff. Another big spoiler. Here's more of the Seraphim. This is the spot where York in 10, I think they show in 1079, right before they did the little interim with Garp and Sabo and such, where she's instructing the Seraphim here to do the distraction so she can capture Vegapunk. Or I don't remember, was she trying to escape? But this is the shot here where she's instructing them on what to do to create a distraction, and this is when because she gave them the orders. When the others try to order them to stop, they won't listen. And there's a good shot of Snake with her eyes, and then we get another jewelry motif going on here. Then we get this interesting thing out here. This seems like a little filler. I think I got every one. They show a whole bunch of Luffy's different outfits, going even like the one where he's the armor in the Coliseum, and I'll show them here. There's that one. This is where he's gonna be in throughout Egghead. This looks like him at the end of Wano. There's earlier in Wano when he's actually look, they even drew in Kitetsu the second, so that's early in Wano when he's holding taking Kitetsu, and he's going to rescue was it Otama? Is that her name? And then here he is in Full Cake at the end when he got dressed up with Capone's men to enact their plan. I don't recognize this one. Was this earlier in Whole Cake? It seems like it's going backwards, so I assume so. I recognize that shirt. I think that's the one right he wore in Dressrosa when he was fighting Doflamingo. There's the one where he's in the Lucy armor he wore, I say Lucy because that was the alter ego his name he'd used so the people wouldn't know who he was when he joined into the tournament to try to win the Mera Mera fruit. And there's the one from I'm trying to get my memory to work. Punk Hazard. And then there's I got that shot and still. There's one with him in his regular outfit. The post. This is like his regular red shirt early on in post time skip. This is him at the Marineford, if I remember correctly. And then earlier, that's him when he was at Sabaody and Amazon Lily. I don't remember this one. This was one I couldn't remember for sure either. But then there's the other blue shirt. I think that was at Thriller Bark. Yellow, I think, was that at Annie's Lobby? And then there's his original red shirt. And then the last one, my favorite, the Afro Luffy returns. Oh, that one's so good. Oh no, that must be red. Wait, what's different? Oh, that one he doesn't have any band. That one he does have something on his hands. And then there's his Alabasta outfits show up here too. So there's a whole lot of stuff. And here's Drum Island with Nami's coat. And this must be right back. And then we have this great transition too where the other Straw Hats are briefly cutting in. And each time he's moving with these in these different little cutouts, like now he's on the dirt and he goes into the stone. I know some of the other Straw Hats pop in, and then they got different outfits, especially if you look at Sanji and Usopp. So they did a little bit of, look at Usopp. He's got the yellow pants on, his post time skip outfit, and then he switches to a coat, and they even have him like looking like, oh, how'd that happen? And we got the other Straw. I think Frankie's does too. Let's see here. Yep, and then they do a neat little transition. And then this jumps to here. Yeah, this is where the other jump area comes in. Um, they show Luffy and Nami in their whole cake outfits again, with Zoro in his Wano outfit, and then they suddenly start running together, all the Straw Hats, and they like diving down here, very similar to how we saw Gear 5 Luffy did earlier in this opening. And this is a great shot of Egghead, and look at all the greens. Now this is oh, and I can see all the tubes here as well. Oh, Gear 5. Here we go. This is where the action shots come out. We get we see get a little bit of Lucci here in his leopard form and Luffy fighting. It's like this is really like whet my appetite for the actual fight that's coming up. And this shot here just switches to some of our other important characters. We start with Kid fighting Shanks. And watch, you can watch these parallels here. I like how they do these parallels. We got Shanks and Kid, which are gonna fight in 1079. Then they go back and we got Law and Blackbeard from 1063 fighting. Then we got Garp and Aokiji fighting. And each time it's like on the same side. You can see too how they're wow. I just like this, and this is too an example where the faces look really good. I was saying earlier how Hibari's face looked a little different in that shot where her and Kobe are running from Pizarro. But here, when they have Kid and Law and Blackbeard and Aokiji and Garp, they just look great. Whoever animated, I like the strong chins on each of them. They're drawn there. And then the last one jump is Zoro fighting S Hawk there. And oh no, then the last one's this one, right? They get the shot of Luffy and Lucci. Woo, they just look good. Every shot. It's just this. I'm going to make these. I think I'm going to be taking some of these and making them into my backgrounds for my computer after this. And then we get this shot where the two of them, when they're fighting in chapter like 1069 or 1070, they're using armored hockey, and it even shows them like, it's almost like their arms are bursting with flames. And then we twist to Sabo when he's at back at Reverie, because we're going to get a flashback. Then we see his friend with the crows flying around, and that was a really neat shot. We briefly here get Morgan's and oh, Phoebe's right there too. Oh wait, what's his name again? Wait a minute. Let me look that up again. I can't remember his name. I'm always forgetting it. She shows up again in this too, and I like the transition. It's one of the best transitional like things they do in here. What's his Wapple? That was his name, Wapple. We see Wapple, Morgan's, and Vivi's briefly here. For some reason, they show Vivi here in one other time, but they never actually show her face in here. It was a little bit odd, I thought. Then we see books. This looks like a reference to wait, come on, there it is. To I'm guessing this is like referencing O'Hara briefly, because we're gonna have a little flashback of that. And then oh yeah, it is, because oh, that's what this is. I caught this earlier. I did not catch what this meaning was earlier, but this is Vegapunk and Dragon, from the looks of it, when they go pay their respects for Professor Clover and his associates that are killed at O'Hara 22 years ago. And then we do a transition shot here of back to the throne room in Pangea Castle, and we get this great little motif of these butterflies again. So I don't know what this Eames' fascination with butterflies. Very interesting, given that Eames is like powerful, all-seeing, controlling ruler of the world, but they have some kind of soft spot for butterflies all over the place. I don't know if it's supposed to be similar to like Saturn. He's got this idea where he's always saying, "Oh, humans of the world are insects, and it doesn't matter if they die." And so like Saturn seems very cold, obviously, and the others kind of do, of course, too. The other girls say that even some, despite his or her controlling factors has likes the butterflies as a pet, it seems. There's Sabo again. Oh yeah, that's right. This is where the transition starts. We see Sabo and the other some other characters all beat up here. We got Sabo and then Kid, and you can tell they're like probably a similar artist drew these because they're like right in the same like center. There's and then Law and then Kobe, and this is where I think it switches to Vivi. Yeah, so as Kobe's running here, yeah, we get the shot of Vivi. I had to watch this a few times to even catch this. And then this is gonna switch to Bonnie. Right here, it shows her. This is probably I think supposed to be a shot of the hole when Wapple helps her escape inadvertently, and it switches though right here to Bonnie with the her father's memory bubble. It was a very clean and it was a very quick. Like I said, you'll have to if you watch this transition there, starting from Sabo over to Bonnie like this, happens extremely fast. Especially the part of seeing Vivi was something I missed. Sorry if I'm gushing too much. I think we're almost near the end now. Yeah, so now we get near the end, and we're seeing all the Straw Hats just walk together, and they're back in their regular outfits here, kind of like their original outfits. Once again, it's nice to see Jinbei in here, and let's see, it's Luffy, and we got Luffy with Sabo, and Sanji and Zoro flanking him, and then the others. And there's Nico, Robin, Usopp, Chopper, Brooks there. And the shadows here, I like how they do the shadows. The shadows of them look really good. So it looks like they're walking toward the sun, and it pulls out. And I think this is supposed to be transitioning to Egghead, maybe. But that's supposed to be some other island. This thing with the stones is very interesting. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe think of Stonehenge. But we pull out to see that they're near the red line. This map on the red line. And this is where I brought up too that this line shows up again with the light, probably showing where Laftel's supposed to be. And I really like how they did the clouds here. This is like a image. I think it looks similar to what they showed back when what's her name? Shaki, Rayleigh's girlfriend. She talks about the other rookies making it to Sabaody, and they get the shot here where it's looks like it's the same map that was illustrated in the anime when they did that. And yeah, this is the end of it where at the end of it just shows like Luffy. I don't know if this is supposed to be back on a ship like in the beginning when he was napping, but it just ends there with them like looking at him. And that's all the images I got. So it's really covered a lot. It's covered a lot. Excuse me a sec. I just had to go over. I had to gush over it as I put in the title. Um, so yeah. Uh, uh, this is like I think a great also the like demonstration of the artwork they're going for, so that I hope they kind of carry on to the rest of the series. Although I do kind of miss the artwork that was like Dressrosa and Whole Cake especially had, where they that high quality of like the non-watercolor look. I kind of missed that at the same time, but I also like this a lot. I can't complain about it. I just think I don't know which I like better. Um, what was the other one I want to go back over? So also yeah, here's all the swords. Really neat. This is really nice drawing of all the swords of the other people who swore the loyalty to this the world government stuff. Um, hmm. So a lot to look forward to, and I must say, and I can't wait. Now it's gonna be. I feel like we still won't even get the Kuma at the rate of the. If they do like a 1-to-1 though, I'm not sure we'll get to Kuma's backstory, and by before the end of the year. I think it'll be this time next year by the time we could get to that, because this is there's a lot of chapters in this arc, longer than I thought it would be. We're like 40 45 chapters in, I think. And I don't know if that could be, yeah, we could reach Kuma's backstory by November, I would hope, if they release one episode a week. But yeah, I think I'm gonna just end that there today. I just really wanted to gush over how great this stuff looks. Um, I just love it. I like this transition with Luffy too is really cool with all his little stuff. It's just amazing. It was just all around an amazing thing. I just yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna rewatch this again. Actually, this song was pretty good. I'm gonna look up who does this opening. Actually, was there an ending song too? I don't remember now. Let me check quickly. Volumes down. What did they show at the end? Oh yeah, the ending one was really good too. They do this thing where it shows Luffy with each time he met the first time he met the other Straw Hat crew members. That was a nice little like remember this time period way back when. Most of them was way back then. The one with Jinbei, even the one with Jinbei was like they showed us something a shot with Jinbei and him re meeting. I think it's at Fishman Island. They don't show. I don't think they show the part where he met him in the. Cause he met him in Impel Down. Excuse me. So anyways, uh, I'm I'm done today. So yeah, great opening. If they keep this up, I'll be yeah, I'm doing a little video in the future when I gushing over whatever the next arc will be. Probably Elbath. Uh, we'll have to see what kind of spoilers I put in that one. Anyways, I hope you guys have a nice day. And anyone who's up here in the cold Midwest where I am, I hope you guys stay warm. And anyone who's not, I hope you're doing okay with those storms in the southeast, or near Florida and that. And yeah, later.